Hey, how's it going guys? Jay-Z here. So it's been a couple of weeks since I haven't uploaded and I wanted to make a quick update video to let you guys know what's been going on. So from my previous videos, you might have noticed that I have started a full-time job at a sushi restaurant, and it's actually been a lot more labor intensive than I bargained for, because whenever I get home from work, I just crash on the couch and fall asleep. I wake up early in the morning on my days off. Me and my girlfriend, we have been going quite strong, and she's always wanting to meet up during those days, so I haven't had any time to make videos. Because whenever I do have some time to make videos, like say she goes home and then I'm home alone and it's nighttime, I have to wake up early in the morning next day, so I don't really have time to record, edit and upload. But I did have time to just play, so I did end up getting my main account to masters.
Mess. What an absolute mess. Last minute masters. I'll take it.
And you might be wondering, well, why didn't you upload those games? And to that, I have to say the Masters games were very low quality. Like, I didn't really do much in lane. The game just simply just kept going until there was a team fight, or I just kept split pushing. There wasn't much action. It was just more macro. And then on top of that, there was a lot of win trading at the end. So people were buying Mobies and running it down very blatantly. Like, you can see my last two games of getting Masters, I was lucky with the coin flip. And then I got Masters off of like inting, which is on the very final day. Literally the last day, 1 hour before the season ends, I got Masters because my account had a notification saying like, your series is going to expire if you don't play. And I'm like, actually the season's gonna expire before that. So I actually end up getting Masters, quite happy with that. That's probably the absolute best result. It was down to the wire where I had 2 wins and 2 losses, and the last one that someone entered was on the enemy team, so I got really lucky. But they were all really bad quality games, and I really dislike how people treat these ranked games at the very end of the season. So that was a bit of a brutal one for the enemy team, and I got lucky this time. If the intro was on my team, it would have been me back down to Diamond 1, 75 LP. I had to win 2 games to get back into promos, and then potentially, at the very least, 3 more games just to get back to Masters, which is absolutely going to take way too long. That's minimum 5 games, if not more. The next question you might be asking is, what's going to happen to the channel moving forward? So I had a few plans, and one is, option 1, I play Kharid, which is the next voted champion, and I just keep playing through the preseason, regardless if there's people that just don't care about the state of ranked and the quality of the games. Or, option 2, I start when the season starts. Option 3 is I wait till the preseason patch starts and then I play. Or, option 4 is, if you have a better idea in the comment section and then you upvote it, I'll have a look at it, and if it's popular enough, I'll go for that option. The next question you might be asking is, how is the job at Sushi Hub? Is it great? Did you love it? Do you hate it? How is it like? So I might go into a detail in a separate video if you guys comment and upvote it like crazy. Otherwise, I'll just give a quick rundown. So as kitchen hand staff in Sushi Hub, I was mainly doing the washing, the scrubbing of the machines, washing the dishes, sweeping and mopping the floors. They're not fun. So what might be slightly more interesting would be prepping all the ingredients for the sushi makers. So that would be the tuna, crispy chicken, teriyaki salmon, teriyaki chicken, the carrots, the cucumbers, the lettuce, the salads, and like everything that needs to go to the sushi makers so that they can just stand there and keep making sushi all day long, including cooking the rice as well. So basically just doing all the brunt dirty work, which is extremely labor intensive, as you guys can imagine. It's just like all day scrubbing, washing, cutting, squeezing, like just doing all sorts of things for, 8 hours straight. And then when you go home, just crash. You just lie down on the couch. But then my body's starting to get used to it. So as I get used to it, I can, come home and actually function still. So it's like a bit of a process. So if you ever do kitchen hand work, kitchen hand is probably the most labor intensive, followed by chef, which is probably not as labor intensive, but I'm sure the chef has to go from kitchen hand to chef because, you have to make a lot of things. The other one I noticed, I'm using my phone cam because I'm hoping it will pick up more details. Like, My face is absolutely nasty right now. It might not be clear because I can't really see in the viewfinder, but basically, working at a restaurant, you have to wear a face mask. At least it's because during COVID as well. So face mask, I don't know why, but this half of my lips and lower lips is just breaking out and it's like filled with, I don't know what it is. I don't think it's pimples because it doesn't feel, I don't feel pain when I press on it. It's not itchy, but it's just like a breakout on one side of the face, and then the top of my nose, the tip of my nose where the face mask is on, is also very dry. And this has started ever since I started work and with a face mask. So that is one big drawback if you're ever out there for most of your waking hours, just having a face mask on non-stop. It affected my face. Maybe it might affect your face, I don't know. But yeah, that's like from prolonged use of face mask. And I've been using the blue one, you know, the very standard one-use ones that I find most comfortable, not the cloth ones. Cloth ones are very hard to breathe. They also might be a bit too tight. It's generally just harder to breathe in those. The very nice thing about working in a sushi restaurant is I get free food. So every lunch break, I get to choose any sushi, any roll I like. I just go sit down and eat whatever I want. So that's really nice. And the other thing is they taught me how to make inari, which is the tofu wrapped sushi, and also the nigiri, which is the little rice ball with something on top. So I know how to make those now the official way. Anyone looking at those pictures will probably be able to make it to some extent, but it won't be like professionally made or made properly, like to restaurant standards. So even the rolls, I would know how to make rolls myself, those long rolls, this very standard, the cheap sushi. But to make it a restaurant standard might be a bit different, although YouTube would be able to help you out with that if you just YouTube how to make those. But then, you know, to that restaurant standard is always different from other restaurants. So just to give you guys an idea that it's still a learning process no matter where you are, no matter how good you are at making sushi, you still have to learn it going to different restaurants. The next thing that you guys might be asking is, how are you and your doctor girlfriend? And to that, you guys might have heard earlier that things are going really well so far. There's no complaints. As for how I'm doing with her, it's a bit hard to say without being more specific into details and questions, but that might be a bit personal, which I don't really mind sharing for the most part. But right now I can't think of anything off the top of my head. She is very attached. She likes to spend time. Definitely everything I could have asked for, like, is just perfect. The only way I could probably talk about it is if there's some negatives and some drama, then I could go for it, but right now there isn't, and I don't know if sharing drama is the best idea until maybe after the breakup where nothing matters anymore. Then you can just share all the dirty laundry and create a video like that, which seems to be what people are more interested in nowadays. So to end off the video, basically, I got masters in the very last minute. Why I didn't upload those games is because they've been very low quality. I haven't been really doing much in those games other than macro play and then maybe just a endgame team fight, and then the game just ends. It felt very boring and very unfulfilling and unsatisfying. And then when I do pop off, it seems to be because the enemy laner is just not very good. Or there's two of the games where there was win traders or inters because it's literally the final hour of the season. So that's why I didn't upload any of those games. I didn't feel any of those games were worthy of an upload. And the closing question is, should I make any videos in detail of any of the topics that I've talked about in this video? I could go into depth, into details, but you have to be very specific with your question, and then I could make it into a video with a video title and maybe a thumbnail. And that could be a future video that I could just talk about if you guys are interested in listening. And remember to let me know what you guys really want to see. Just upvote the comment that's talking about it, and that will let me know what the majority want to see. And with that said, thank you guys so much for watching to the very end, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Cheers.